Hey, thank you to Upstart for supporting the Daily Boost. Upstart is a fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan, all online. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/boost. What do you say we do this thing, huh? Get pumped up, get motivated, get inspired, get some ideas, get the things you want. I think we can do that, but first, we probably have to bust a few delusions, huh? Do you hold delusions? You know what those are, right? A belief held with a firm conviction despite superior evidence to the contrary. Tell me you don't have that going on. Most people do at least sometime in their life, even if you don't know. We'll talk about that today. It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com. Every single day, you know what it's all about. If you show up, I'll show up. If you stand up, take a step, and repeat, I'll do the same thing. And when you bumble and when you stumble, and you will, we all do, sometimes on purpose, right? Especially on the weekend or a long holiday weekend. When it happens, we simply stand up again and go. And keep figuring things out. It's all about that. It's all about figuring little stuff out. It's not the big stuff. It's the little stuff. It's the nuance in between. That's something that I learned a long time ago. And nuance is tricky. You can't find it, can you? It's hidden. And sometimes it goes right past you. You didn't even see it. And other times it goes in your head and then goes out of your head. It's crazy. How are you? It's me, Scott Smith. Good to have you here today. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you had a great spring break. Did you have some time to get away? So many people did. And here in Florida, it's opening up in such a big way. In fact, it's gotten to the point now when I go out to a restaurant, and some of the restaurants are still at 50% voluntarily, some because the county is having them that way. It's kind of weird. It's gotten to the point now where we go out, and it feels normal, and then you see something like masks, and you go, well, it's not normal anymore. Kind of odd. Feels good, though, to be moving in the right direction, doesn't it? It's been a long, long year. So let's talk about debt before we get started with the show today, and why it's holding you back from getting what you want. It's simple. Too much debt is an energy suck. It's a stressor. And no matter how high you want to climb, it's like having cement blocks on your legs. And don't get me started about relationships and what it does to them. First thing I do with anybody I'm working with is say, okay, let's talk about your debt, okay? Because everybody has it. You need to know how to get debt free right now. And Upstart, our sponsor, is a fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan and all online. Over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a fixed monthly payment to pay off just about anything, credit cards, all that stuff. And unlike other lenders, Upstart looks at more than your credit score, like your income and your employment history. They look deeper into you. It takes about 5 minutes online to see the rate upfront for loans between $1,000 and $50,000, and the cash arrives in as little as one business day with Upstart. I want you to check this out if you need to, and you may, and it's okay. Check it out. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/boost. That's upstart.com/boost. And don't forget to use the URL to let them know that we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, your income, and certain other information provided on the loan application. And go to upstart.com/boost. So I got an email from a young man. I get a lot of emails, and often I will get them from around the world, all over the place. And sometimes it's odd. If I look on the stats and I can see on Spotify or iTunes, I can see where we're real popular in countries. And a lot of young people listen to me all over the place. And every now and then one takes a moment and writes me an email. And Deepak wrote me an email. 19-year-old pre-med student from India. And he busted me in the subject line. I'm like, what is this? Now, again, I get a lot of emails, and some of you all are really good at writing subject lines. And you know how to get my attention. I'll see them. And I go, whoa, what's going on? Called me a delusion buster. Now, I thought it might be a good thing. At first, I didn't really know exactly what it might be. And I didn't quite know what to think. So before I dug too far into my mind, and gosh, we don't want to do that, do we, huh? Some people say don't jump to conclusions. Well, don't jump in your mind sometimes, because sometimes that will just mess you up on it. Before I did that, I decided to look up the definition. I had learned a long time ago that I've learned a lot of definitions for a lot of words, and sometimes I forget. I kind of know, sort of know, right? You're the same way, right? Kind of, sort of, but not the dictionary definition and not the Wikipedia definition either, because that sometimes is, well. But the dictionary definition of a delusion is A belief held with a strong or a firm conviction. You believe it. You're going to stand by it. It's a principled stand. This is how it is. It's your belief. Some experience somewhere on the planet, somewhere that you had, got a belief inside of you that said, this is what I know. You hold it. Even though, despite superior evidence to the contrary, you won't change. So you're holding it strongly, even though you can look around you. If you take the time to look around you, and you'll say, evidence tells me I'm wrong. But you're going to hang on to it, aren't you? So I guess in a way I am a delusion buster. You should be too. When I do coaching calls, do a number of those all the time. I like doing coaching calls because it gets me in touch. I can really get inside people's head and learn what works and what doesn't work. But when I do that, often I'm busting delusions in those calls. And it's not a bad thing. It's folks who are just living day-to-day life and they end up someplace. So living life is about choosing your reality, right? And to do that, you have to have a vision. And with a vision, you have to have some kind of strategic plan. And then you have to take your vision and your strategic plan, and what do? Well, you move it into a set of ritualized daily actions. And those things kind of, that's what makes the day go your way, honestly. However, it's pretty easy to let the rhythm of day-to-day life influence your efforts, and what's the result? Knocks you off track. So you have your vision, you have your plan, you've got your actions every single day, but day-to-day gets in the way. You get influenced by it in some way, shape, or form, maybe just not paying attention, and boop, where am I? The week goes past and you haven't done anything. Before you know it, you are drifting, despite superior evidence to the contrary, right? Oh, I worked really hard this week. I'm drifting now. And guess what? I guess I would bet that while you may be blind to what is happening, because we all get that way, your gut instincts can feel the drift. Oh, you got to watch that gut thing, right? It's all connected to your nervous system. Your gut knows it. If you're feeling in your gut that things aren't right, it's probably not right. And sometimes you're so busy doing things, the only thing you got is your gut. Your brain's not going to help you. It's checked out. I also guess that you are very good, maybe exemplary, at spotting the same behaviors in others who feel a bit lost, aren't you? And what do? Well, you listen, you challenge, you validate, you suggest, you persuade. Anything it takes to show them the light and get them back on track, right? You draw upon your wisdom and you pass on proven strategies and guidance. That's what you do. It's worked for you. It's going to work for them. Even if it's not working for you right now. It's going to work for everybody else too. Just tell them, right? You do that all the time. But what about you? If you find yourself drifting, maybe it's time, just a thought, I do this all the time, that you sit with yourself for a few minutes. When's the last time you did that? It's a scary place, Scott. I know. Well, you sit, you take a breath, you relax, and you think about it. You go, okay, wait a second. Kind of analyze your awareness of your situation. That's a lot to say, right? So analyze, are you aware of your current situation for real, or are you just getting out of bed and running for it every day? Depending on your state of life, depending on where you are, and certainly if you have kids around these days and you're hustling that gig, that's a tough one, isn't it? So once you analyze your awareness of your situation, accept where you find yourself. That's all. Just accept it. And then shift your perception of where you are. Now, the goal is pretty simple. This entire thing, all you have to do is go from where you are now to where you want to be. And that should be a very exciting thing. In fact, I will tell you this. The very minute you analyze where you are and say, this is where I am, and instead of going, oh my God, how did I get here? You say, well, wait a second. Here I am. This is what life is like today. If I make some changes, the ones I tell everybody else what to do, this is where I'll go. There is nothing more exciting than imagining that picture of where you are today and where you will be tomorrow. So ever since I was a kid, growing up as a kid, and well, we all grow up as kids, I guess, and loving the radio world I was in, I believed in the wisdom of Casey Kasem. Remember him? American Top 40. Anything is possible if you keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Oh, yeah. For the kids out there that think Ryan Seacrest started American Top 40, he didn't. That was Casey Kasem. Hey, listen, every single day we do the Daily Boost, commercial free, promotional free, the whole thing. Plus, I send out a written version called the Daily Nugget. Very inspiring, a very quick read. It's not show notes. It's a narrative put together to motivate, to inspire, to give you strategies. Easy to read. The daily click comes out. That's about 160 characters just to get you popped up, get you motivated fast. Plus coaching calls and a whole lot more if you think you could use to dive in deeper with a little bit more commitment. Join us at motivationtomove.com and get this program every single day. It's going to be your new best friend, I promise you, and you'll see the results real fast. I'll see you tomorrow right here on the Daily Boost.